Imagine waking up to a world where every prayer, every sacred ritual, was actually a tribute to Satan himself. Picture ancient cathedrals, mosques, and temples, filled with whispered hopes and desperate pleas, all unknowingly fueling the power of the ultimate deceiver. This is no myth or legend. In a reality-shattering twist, Satan has imprisoned God in a celestial abyss, hidden beyond the reach of even the holiest souls. The world's faith, love, and devotion are siphoned, corrupted, and twisted into a dark mockery of worship. Shadows flicker unnaturally in holy places, and miracles once pure now turn sinister and terrifying. Statues weep blood, sacred waters turn black as night, and whispers in the dark chill your very bones. The true God, once radiant and omnipotent, now lies chained in endless darkness, his cries unheard and forgotten. Satan, masquerading as the divine, manipulates humanity's deepest trust, feeding on their confusion, fear, and despair. What if the evil we feared was the very force we adored? What if the nightmare we tried to escape was already inside us? Open your eyes. The horror has already begun. Please like and subscribe to my channel.
Pause for a second. What would you do if the mannequins in your favorite department store started moving when nobody was watching? On a stormy, pitch-black night, the store's security team noticed something deeply unsettling on the monitors. The mannequins, perfectly still and lifeless during the day, began to shift positions on their own after midnight. One camera caught a mannequin's head slowly turning toward the lens, its glassy eyes locking on, as if it was fully aware it was being watched. In another eerie clip, a mannequin's hand slid down from its hip, fingers curling as if reaching for something invisible in the dark. The footage grows even more disturbing. Entire displays rearranged themselves, mannequins swapped places, and one was seen standing silently at the entrance by morning, far from where it had been left the night before. Staff searched for hidden wires, pranks, or any logical explanation, but found absolutely nothing. No alarms triggered, no signs of break-in, just the chilling silence of the mannequins returning to their original stillness by dawn. Was it a haunting, a glitch in the system, or something far more sinister? Watch the footage closely, decide for yourself, and please like and subscribe to my channel.
The circle of salt was thin, crumbling at my feet, but it was all that stood between me and the darkness pressing against the basement walls. My flashlight flickered, the beam slicing shadows that seemed to pulse and breathe. I'd heard the scratching for hours, nails on stone, something desperate, hungry. My phone was dead. The old wooden door above was locked tight. I shivered, clutching the empty salt container, the last granules slipping through my trembling fingers. A low, guttural whisper slithered from the blackness. "Step out." The air grew colder, the shadows swelling, licking at the edge of my fragile barrier. I pressed my eyes shut, but the voice grew louder, dripping with hunger. "Step out." The salt line broke. A single, careless movement of my foot, and the grains scattered. Silence fell. Then, something cold wrapped around my ankle. I screamed, but the darkness surged, swallowing my cry, pulling me toward its gaping maw. As I was dragged under, I saw a pale hand reach out from the void, tracing a new circle of salt around itself. The basement was quiet again, the salt unbroken, and I was gone. Would you dare walk into a cornfield if you heard children laughing, but saw no one there? Every night, as darkness swallowed the farm, the old farmer and his sons heard it. Echoes of playful giggles drifting above the rustling stalks, chilling and surreal. Each morning they scoured the fields for footprints, toys, or any sign of life. But the earth remained untouched, the rows undisturbed. The laughter grew bolder, sometimes circling the house, sometimes right outside their bedroom windows, echoing through the night air. The sons, once skeptical and brave, began locking doors and huddling close, but the laughter only intensified, as if mocking their growing fear. One desperate night, the farmer ventured alone into the moonlit rows, calling out, "Who's there?" The laughter stopped instantly. Silence pressed in, heavy and unnatural. Suddenly, cold, invisible hands brushed his arms, and a chorus of faint whispers rose up, chilling him to the bone. He ran, never looking back. Now, every night, the laughter returns, a haunting reminder that some echoes in the dark are better left unanswered. Please like and subscribe to my channel. The playground was empty, its silhouette jagged against the midnight sky. Rain had left the sand slick and black, the old swings creaking in the wind. Sam and Lily, giggling, dared each other closer, their flashlights trembling. A stranger's voice cut through the darkness, raspy, urgent. "Don't touch the rusted swings." He stood at the edge, face shrouded, hands trembling. The children froze. "Why?" Sam whispered. The man's eyes glinted. "They remember." Lily, emboldened, reached out and traced a finger along the cold, corroded chain. Instantly the swing shuddered. The seat twisted, metal groaning, and a shadowy shape unfurled from underneath. A twisted, childlike figure, its mouth stretched wide in a silent scream. Lily's hands stuck fast. She shrieked, but the swing dragged her upward, wrapping her in rusted chains. Sam ran, but everywhere he turned, the swings multiplied, each seat now occupied by pale, unmoving children with hollow eyes. The stranger's voice echoed, fading. "They always want to play." Sam looked back once. Lily's swing was empty, but a new rusted chain hung beside it, waiting.
Stop scrolling if you dare, because the story of La Llorona is about to haunt your thoughts. Deep in the night, along riverbanks in Mexico and throughout Latin America, people whisper of a ghostly woman draped in white, her face veiled in sorrow. She is La Llorona, the weeping woman, cursed to wander for eternity. Legend says she was once Maria, a beautiful woman who fell deeply in love with a wealthy man. When he betrayed her, Maria, consumed by grief and rage, drowned her own children in a river. Realizing the horror of what she'd done, she was overcome with remorse and threw herself into the water. Now, her restless spirit roams, wailing for her lost children. Her cries said to bring misfortune or death to those who hear them. Some say she kidnaps wandering children, mistaking them for her own, dragging them into the depths. Others believe her tale arose from real tragedies along rivers or as a chilling warning to keep children safe at night. Whether a haunting myth or a cautionary tale born from sorrow, La Llorona's mournful cries still echo through generations, blurring the line between legend and reality.
You glance out your window just before midnight and freeze. Under the flickering streetlight stands a clown, face painted in a grotesque grin, clutching a bright red balloon. He's not entertaining anyone, not laughing or juggling. He's motionless, staring directly at you with hollow, unblinking eyes. Your heart pounds, breath catches. Is this a prank or something far more sinister? Across the world, chilling reports have surfaced of clowns appearing at night, lurking silently in neighborhoods, watching people through windows. In one terrifying case, a woman in Florida noticed a clown outside her window for 3 nights in a row. Each night he stood closer, his empty eyes locked onto hers, never blinking, never moving. She called the police, but by the time they arrived, the clown had vanished, leaving only a single red balloon tied to her mailbox as a haunting reminder. Experts say this eerie phenomenon taps into our primal fears, the unknown, the uncanny, the feeling of being watched when no one should be there. Whether it's a twisted prank or something darker, the image of a clown at your window is enough to turn any peaceful night into a waking nightmare. Would you dare look outside again?